Welcome to day 7, collapsing the field. You know, this information is honestly, it's exciting when you actually get your hands on it and can apply it and just see there are so many more possibilities to your life. It's all in your head. It really is. So let's rip in. Day 7. Collapsing the field. When you are taught to use the brain, you can reopen the field. There's the agenda. Welcome, the field, the mind, the inevitable downward spiral, inevitable success, daily exercises, and what's next. Now, what is the field? It is the field of infinite potentiality, a place where all things or their equivalent are possible. The field is the playing field for the game of life, and the field is simply the reality we can experience along with the rules that it seems to operate by. The field is all the potential results, inventions, experiences, and outcomes that could be created. But what is collapsing the field? It is simply deciding on an outcome, whether you will fail or succeed, or what the result will be specifically. And this can be a good thing, such as deciding a goal or a vision, or to cut off all other possibilities. The key is to act as if it is possible. Or it can be a bad thing, like a knee-jerk reaction to adversity or opposition, and we decide that the world is unfair and we cannot have what we desire. And we decide two things simultaneously, that the universe is arbitrary and that people are victims. But in the words of R.C., I say the people are victims of circumstances. They're limited to the opportunities that they see. Even though there might be more opportunities, you might not see them. You just might think, I don't have any options, man. And they usually go to the dark side in that situation. That's Ice-T. You know, one minute you feel like this, top of the world, and the next minute, head in the ground, traumatized. But as soon as you make a choice, you choose that something is a certain way and collapse the field. But personal development, and especially being taught how to use your brain, is massive in reopening the field. I don't know whether you ever saw this guy play Mark Heller, but he did things that no one else could do at 5'8". He had the magic. The mind, part 1. Mind models. Don't make it into a thing. What is a thing? A thing is a mental model of one part of your reality. This guy, what a great coach he was. Some of the most successful things he ever, Super 15 titles, and he did extremely well. Got good results quickly, Michael Checker. But I'm pretty sure he was always blaming the referee. They're all bloody, those referees. And what is a story? It is a story created, it is a story created around a set of defined events, and it is limited, and we do not want to be limited. Every story has a few things in common, just like Red Riding Hood and the wolf and what happens and what's significant. You create the thing, you are labeling, and you are creating a model. For example, ultimately, there is nothing to forgive in the story. Move forward or stay stuck. And how do you become uninvested? Think of the worst possible situation where you learn to blame yourself and forgive yourself for it, and you can continue to move forward in your life. And those that played their part, maybe to your demise, wish them all the best, because what you wish for on others, ultimately you will be experiencing yourself. So, what's in the thing? Motives. You imagine why they did it. Hoops here is saying, why did the referee make this decision? It's so unfair. Most of the time, they don't even know why it happened, what should have happened, why it's not fair, why it wasn't my fault. The person telling the story is always right, at least more right than the other guy or girl. It's not their fault that it was their fault. Moving on. So the story requires us to label certain aspects of the situation. There must be good guys and bad guys, and rights and wrongs to have that story. And these are labels, and they are not 100% correct. You know, for example, America versus the USSR or Iran, North Korea, Afghanistan, they believe they are truly right. Wherever you are or wherever they are, compared to what, according to who. These labels become the whole truth and nothing but the truth once we believe them. A label is reality, or really just a distortion field. It's also a lie. Okay, if you do not think you bullshit yourself occasionally, then maybe you are a little distorted with your perception of all your intentions, because it is not the whole truth. Hey, how many women think this, eh? The more you smile, the more evil you are. The mind part 2, meet your editors of reality. We model reality with our mind. Our mind is literally a version of our reality. And we're not seeing reality. We are seeing our mind. What we have, of course, is this amazing reticular activating system. It is, and we have a filter. Our mind is a machine with robots. For example, oh my God, it's a spider or a snake or jealous people trying to prevent your dream. Or is it all in your head? Think about it. The underlying belief is that you need to think this: the universe supports me. Most things are not going to give me a problem, and give people a pass. Don't make it a thing. Okay, because what can tend to happen is that you're not seeing reality. What you are seeing is in your mind. It's a perception. Mind part 3, mind identification. When you make something a thing in your mind. Now that event now has a meaning attached to it. The meaning goes from a person betrayed me. People are shit. They're all out for themselves. You can't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone. Ah! These attached meanings create the triggers for automatic judgments. Every story we tell ourselves or that gets triggered over and over in our mind grows. And this just is fuel for the fire for justified actions. Eh? Why is the world such a crazy place? One wonders when you think about how the mind works. And now you know from the outside looking in and looking at these 3 characters. London cabbies, though, what about the capacity of the mind? You know, note the size of the navigation part of the London cabbies compared to others. It's much larger and much thicker. It's got like these butterfly wings compared to a set of eyes. The brain is plastic. It is neuroplasticity and can grow and mold according to what we use it for. The hard drive can actually expand. Isn't that amazing? And here we have this wonderful image put together by my mate, Shane Kreider. And this is how you view your model of your mind based on past experiences. Okay, they become so handy, like looking through a distortion lens. We're looking for a match instead of looking at the real physical universe. Humans innately are taking shortcuts, so we use our model of reality instead of the real physical universe. So for example, someone invites you to a business presentation and immediately you use your mental mind model and you decide, this will be a waste of time. It's a pyramid scheme, or, you know, other people sharing their views with you saying, oh no, you wouldn't want to do that. I mean, how could you already really know? Because you did not know what that thing really was. These are all mental models. You haven't looked into the physical universe. So the key point is this: your mental models will collapse the field of infinite potentiality on the one potential. For example, all home-based businesses are not worth doing. You can't make money, whatever. The differentiator and success in life is this: you need to see the difference between your mental model and the real physical universe. Because it's the mental models, it's the assumptions, the lies, the judgments that are keeping you from making the changes in your life that you really want to make. Let's just stop it there and pick up part B of day 7 in a sec.